Relics are a unique aspect of Ancient Inheritance, so let's go over them. Right when you first log into Ancient Inheritance, you'll be faced with a choice of 3 starting relics. Don't fret about this choice too much. You'll be able to replace these relics later, and none of them are game-breakingly good. Your options are going to be Exploration Journal, which will give you 30% chance to get double XP when you use backpacks and tombstones. This can be infuriatingly RNG dependent. It's theoretically the best for power leveling because you can level your exploration and get more unit slots, get more relic slots, get more provisions. Theoretically, it is the best, but there is RNG to it. You could just get 70% every single time, and you never get the double XP, and it feels really, really bad. But you could also get lucky and level up very quickly. It is the one that I recommend you pick, unless you feel you've just got the worst RNG in the game. In that case, you want to pick up Wulf's Gauntlet. Wulf's Gauntlet is really, really good on floor 1, and then kind of garbage after that. You'll probably ditch it before you get to floor 2. Floor 1, Wulf's Gauntlet has no RNG. It lets you fight stronger mobs so you can easily level your elements faster. It gives you a Tundra's Blessing and basically means you're going to do 15% more damage. It almost makes it like you're a level higher than you actually are. It only works though if you're fighting monsters who are stronger than you. If you fight a monster that's the same level or weaker than you, it doesn't do anything because you're going to be stronger than almost everything there. Third choice is Portable Telescope. This is an investment relic. This does nothing for you early game. It lets you look at spots on the map, and that's about it. But here's the thing. Portable Telescope has insane synergy with a relic called Wanderer's Pipe. It's one of the most valuable movement combinations in the game. If you're a casual player and you don't want to put too much effort into Ancient Inheritance, go to your guild leader and say, hey, I want to be on the cleanup crew. Don't expect me to go do millions of damage on the wardens or prongo. I'm just going to hang back while the guild advances and climbs the higher floors. I'll be back here cleaning up, getting guild chests, teleporting around, killing the mini bosses, getting all of this loot for the guild, doing the wet work while you guys are progressing to the higher floors. Portable Telescope plus Wanderer's Pipe and some movement relics are great for this. And you can even pick up a relic that lets you donate provisions. I don't recommend Portable Telescope for new players. It really is for somebody who understands the interactions between Telescope and Wanderer's Pipe and is ready for a special niche role in your guild to really milk that synergy for all it's worth. Newer players should stick with Exploration Journal or Wulf's Gauntlet. Now, as you level up, you're going to automatically get new relics. You'll get them at levels 3, 5, 7, and 9. You'll get a new relic socket and a new relic to put into it immediately. Now, it's all random. Comes out of the same pool, though. If you get a relic you don't want, you can go to a relic shrine and swap it out for different relics. You can also go to a relic shrine and swap out your starting relic. Now, everybody loves tier lists, and I get asked about this every season, so let's go over a tier list for the relics. First, we're going to talk about Wanderer's Pipe. Wanderer's Pipe lets you teleport once per day, anywhere in the lit up area that you can see. This lets you jump over small gaps, jump over monsters, move past barricades. It's really, really good for the cleanup crew guy who wants to get to a guild chest, or when you're just trying to get somewhere and you don't want to do a fight. Wanderer's Pipe is great for that, but has a very limited range of teleport. So I'm going to give it an A tier because that's still kind of useful. But if you combine it with Portable Telescope, it lets you teleport anywhere on the map you can see, anywhere that's been explored. By you or other people, especially after the lighthouses are activated, you can teleport to spots all the way from one corner of the map to the other, only once a day, but that's what makes it so huge. Being able to jump all over the place lets you go get the guild chests without having to fight monsters in between, so it is an S tier for movement when it's combined with Wanderer's Pipe. It's only like an A tier on its own, for letting you leapfrog over monsters that maybe just don't have the elements to fight. Next is Eerie Dish. I'm going to slap Eerie Dish in the C tier. Now, some will argue it should belong in the B tier, but we're slapping it in the C tier because though it looks good on paper, here's what it does. It gives you 5 provisions when you kill a monster, but it's only when you kill it, like the last heart is gone and the monster vanishes kills. That means all the hearts have to go away, and then it gives you 5 provisions back. So let's say you're on floor number 2 and all the monsters have 4 hearts over the head. You're going to have to spend 20 provisions to get that 5 provision refund. Sure, it's a little nice chunk of provision efficiency, and if you're fighting monsters that are already in their last heart, it's really, really good provision efficiency, but I think there's just better relics to pick. Next, we have food supply. Food supply is for the casual member who wants to help out but doesn't want to put that much effort into Ancient Inheritance. Food supply lets you gift 5 provisions twice a day, and you can send them to the same person. And these don't come out of your own provisions, by the way. It literally just creates them out of thin air and sends them. You can't donate to yourself, however. But if you got a guy who's stuck, say he's over by the warden, he's like, damn, I'm 2 provisions short of hitting this warden. Well, you can be the guy that sends him 5 provisions, and now he can do his attack. It's really good for the guy who's on the cleanup crew, moving around, collecting guild chests, and he can look around and figure out who in the guild is struggling, who's trying to finish hitting the boss, who's like, oh, I'm 5 steps away from hitting prongo, if only I had some provisions. Well, you could send it to him twice, give him 10 provisions, now he can go over to prongo and get that last hit in. Good to go. So I'm going to put it in a B tier. It's more of a parasocial helping kind of a relic. It doesn't do anything for you, but it's great for the guild. Now let's talk about 4-leaf clover. 4-leaf clover is a little all over the map because it's a 50-50 chance to proc. What this relic does is in normal monster fights, at the end of the fight, you flip a coin, and if you win the toss, none of your units die. You can literally hit the monster again with the exact same units. Still uses the provisions, but potentially gives you unlimited units, or potentially does nothing at all. It's infuriatingly RNG. So it's S tier when it procs, and it's C tier when it doesn't. So we'll just put it in the A tier because it's really solid for power leveling. Now we've got Sacred Charm. This one is a little this one's a little misunderstood, and now we've got Sacred Charm. This is an advanced relic. It takes coordination and is one I only recommend for high-end guilds and high-end players. What Sacred Charm does is increases your ability to hit boss monsters twice. You see, the wardens and prongo, you can only hit them twice per day unless you have this relic. Then you can hit them 4 times a day, and that sounds great, right? Except you're going to use 4 heroes to hit them, and after you've hit them twice, you've used your units, they've been deactivated, you've got to come up with 2 more teams to hit them with, and that 3rd or 4th team probably aren't going to be super effective. You may find that you do 1,000,000 points in your first one and 1,000,000 points in your second hit, but then your 3rd fight is, you know, kind of a scuff team, only does 500,000, and then your 4th team's just the leftovers, only does 150,000. I mean, it definitely helped out, but you just ran out of effective units to do the fight. I'm not a huge fan of Sacred Charm, but if you are coordinated, if you use the statues properly to resurrect your units so that you can reuse your units, and you're in a top-end guild and you're a top-end player that knows what the hell they're doing, this relic can really let you crush some serious points. Now I'm going to get into a group of relics that are what we call the Tundra's Blessing relics. Tundra's Blessing is just a buff. It's a buff you can get inside of Ancient Inheritance that increases damage. Anytime you hear somebody say Tundra's Blessing, they're really just saying damage buff. Tundra's Blessing comes in 3 levels. Level 1 gives you plus 15 damage boost, level 2 gives you plus 30, and level 3 gives you plus 50. Broken Arrow is the first Tundra's Blessing artifact. It's pretty solid. It gives you 1 Tundra's Blessing when you have 3 or more classes on the team, and that's really good because it lets you still be a mono-element team. It doesn't help out so much for normal monster fights because you're only taking 1 or 2 heroes into those fights, but for boss fights, getting that extra 15% damage is really nice. A tier. I'm going to stick this firmly in the A tier because it makes you a much more efficient boss killer. Now, Snakehead Figurine. This is our first S tier relic. This thing is busted. It gives you plus 2 Tundra's Blessing and immediate plus 30 damage boost. Plus 2 Tundra's Blessing anytime you use an object before a fight. So, open a backpack, plus 2 Tundra's Blessing. Go do a fight, blessing gone. Uh-oh, go open a chest, blessing back. Go do a fight again, plus 30% damage. Every time you do a fight, you can go and hit a barricade. Barricades are considered objects, so you can use a barricade, Tundra's Blessings back, go do a fight. This thing is huge. Giving yourself 30% extra damage, especially in these big boss fights where you can hit the boss with the Tundra's Blessing and then go and use a Resurrection Shrine, get your units back, get your Tundra's Blessing back, and then go hit the boss again. Oof, serious damage. Now let's talk about Akir's Tome. Akir's Tome is basically just a crappier version of Broken Arrow. It's not really that good when you're fighting bosses because what it does is give you plus 1 Tundra's Blessing when you have 2 or more elements on the same team. And that's a little bit rough for boss fights because most boss fights you're probably going to want to go mono element. Now it does make farming mobs a little bit easier, but it's already pretty easy to farm the mobs, so I'm just slamming this in the C tier. I think you only use this when there's no other option. Now, let's talk about the movement class of relics. Movement relics get better and better the more of them you have. First, let's talk about the best relic in the entire game, Bronze Ring. Bronze Ring lets you interact with any object within your mobility range without having to move next to it. You see this yellow field? That's my mobility range. And with this ring, you'll be able to grab that chest, fight that monster, and then click on that shrine, all without having to take a step. That is a huge savings and provision. If it's in your mobility range, you can use it S tier with a bullet. Next is Vitality Brew. All Vitality Brew does is increase that envelope by 1, which would be a C tier on its own, but when combined with the Bronze Ring, it makes it a hard S tier. Now you can see even further, touch things further away without having to walk over to it. It is a crazy good relic. And the last one is Wooden Doll. Wooden Doll changes your movement from walking to teleporting. Now teleporting takes 2 provisions, so even if you teleport only 1 space, it takes 2 provisions. Worse, right? Except when your movement range is huge, you can teleport anywhere in the movement range. Your bubble can get so big, especially with Vitality Brew, you could teleport 4, even 5 spaces, more than doubling the amount of space you can move for the same amount of provisions. So on its own, it's an A, but with Vitality Brew, it is an S tier relic. Now, finally, for the power leveling enthusiasts, there's a special combination of relic. Now, I'm going to lay this down, so screw your ears on tight because you guys are going to love this. Conqueror's Flag and Ancient Shield. They both kind of do the same thing, and they both stack. You see, when you defeat a monster with Conqueror's Flag, it kills an additional heart. And when you defeat a monster with Ancient Shield, using 3 or fewer heroes, which you usually do, right? You're usually only using 1 or 2 heroes. Fighting a normal monster, you kill an extra heart. If you use both together, you kill 2 extra hearts. Here's the thing. You get the experience from those hearts, and the loot. So in one fight, you will get double XP, or triple if you have both of those relics, XP and gold and currency. And here's the best part. Let's say the monster only has 1 heart left. You kill that 1 heart while you have both of these relics, you will still get the triple XP, the triple gold, the triple loot, all for just 1 heart. So like on floor 2 and 3, where the enemies all have 4 hearts, your first attack will kill the first 3 hearts, giving you triple XP, triple loot. Then your second attack will kill that last heart, giving you triple XP and triple loot. And I think you see where I'm going with this. You did 2 attacks, and out of those 2 attacks, you got 6 attacks worth of XP, 6 attacks worth of loot, 6 attacks worth of gold, and you only use 2 attacks worth of provisions and 2 attacks worth of units. It is an insane boost to your leveling capabilities. It will ramp your power leveling up so fast, you'll be able to crush floors and clear enemies so fast. The more people in your guild that do this, the faster and easier it'll be for your guild to defeat Ancient Inheritance. You'll be able to go up levels so fast, you'll probably be able to max out a second element for helping out with prongos on floor 3. Once you've got all your elements maxed out that you want to use, you can ditch these relics and then go pick up some movement ones or some Tundra's Blessing ones to make yourself an efficient machine of murder. Hopefully this guide helps you out. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, Epic 7.